We are ready for first pitch here at Vintage Throne Stadium for Barrie Baycats baseball exhibition game between the Baycats and the Thornhill Reds. My name is Julius Hern. Alongside me, Sam Aucoin. Juan Benitez is on the mound starting this one for the Baycats. Sam, what can you tell me about him?
Well, Juan Benitez is a guy who's going to give you a solid start every time he comes out onto the mound. Last season, he was Barrie's number 2 starter behind ace Frank Garces. Pitched well for the Baycats in the playoffs.
There it goes. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. Benitez gets out of it the best way he knows how. Called strike 3. Starting pitcher for the Thornhill Reds is Mac Major and Sam Aucoin. This guy was a big piece of their playoff run last year.
He certainly was. As we mentioned, he was the winning pitcher in the clinching game against the Leaside Leafs. He pitched to a 5-4 complete game.
The second here at Vintage Throne Stadium, the Thornhill Reds lead the Barrie Baycats 3-0 in this exhibition matchup. And like we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, it's going to be pretty much a new pitcher for the Baycats in every inning. And this one is Frank Garces, the ace of the club last year, and Sam Aucoin. Baycats fans are surely happy he's back for 2024.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Julius. If there's ever a guy you would want on the mound for the Baycats, it's Frank Garces. Frank Garces was absolutely phenomenal down the stretch for the Baycats last year.
Keep himself a little bit warm. Foul tip into the glove. Plumpton holds on. There's the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Garces. We head to the third inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Thornhill Reds lead the Barrie Baycats 4-0. Anthony Silvera will step in against Cesar Rosado. Another new Baycat arm that Josh Matlow is particularly excited about. And Sam, he's got the makeup of a very strong closer.
He definitely does. And we were going to see him start early on, I assume. But Josh Matlow told me that it wouldn't be surprising to see him move to the bullpen just because of the velocity he possesses.
So don't want to miss that one. And Rosado strikes out the first batter he sees. He's up 0-2 here on Patrick Orr. Swung on and missed. He got him with that high heat on the fastball. Other than that infield single, a fairly easy inning for Cesar Rosado. It's the fourth inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. The rain is still coming down in a consistent drizzle, but we play on. It's 4-0 for the Thornhill Reds over the Baycats in this exhibition matchup. And now taking them out for the Baycats, someone, Sam, that you're very excited to see in a Baycats uniform. That's Carlos Sano.
Absolutely right. There's been a lot of buzz about Carlos Sano joining the Baycats. And like Cesar Rosado, Carlos Sano features an elite arm with some high velocity.
Bottom of the fourth inning at Vintage Throne Stadium. Still a wet one in this exhibition matchup between the Thornhill Reds and the Barrie Baycats. Kyle Maves will lead it off for Barrie. I'm joined in the booth by Nolan Revin, the manager of the Thornhill Reds. Nolan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
I've always said there's been some guys, I mean, even on your team, that could definitely have the IBL in their future as well. So talent level is definitely up there. And we saw that earlier today. Mac Major had a incredible outing. He just almost had that 3-up, 3-down in the last inning to keep a perfect 3 innings for him. But for a guy like that, what do you see in his future?
Well, Max, he's been with the Brantford Red Sox of the IBL in past, and he's had a couple good seasons with us as well mixed in there. So Max, a gritty performer. He wants the ball all the time. He never says no, and he'll always give you 100% every time he's on the mound. So he's a great piece to have as a manager.
Maybe if you have, obviously we may have Thornhill Reds fans tuning into our broadcast today, but if fans want to know more about the club, where can they reach you guys?
They can find us online at thornhillreds.com. We're on Twitter at @thornhillreds. And those are the 2 main spots to find us. Awesome. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming up here today.
Thank you.
Awesome. That's Coach Nolan Revin of the Thornhill Reds. We come back to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 4-0 for the Reds over the Baycats. You're watching Baycats TV. We start the 5th inning of play and another new Baycat on the mound. This is Christian Lazar. Popped up on the infield. Kyle Maves calls for it. He makes the catch. Relatively easy inning his first time back in an IBL uniform for Christian Lazar.
Couple of walks, but yep, Brandon Hiller's hit is the only one. There's another one.
Another spiked pitch, and Zach Orchard's going to have a leadoff walk here in the 5th. He's happy to play wherever the team needs him, whether it's outfield, infield, behind the dish. Outside in the dirt, Plumpton will take a free pass. 2 straight walks to start the 5th inning for Joseph. 3-2. On the ground through the left side for a base hit. Plumpton's being waved around. The left fielder Gagliardi's throw is wide. Plumpton scores. The Baycats are on the board. The gold trim is back on the numbers and lettering, and we had a little bit of a disagreement about last year's uniform, and that one's driven back deep to right field, but Phillips, another outstanding catch. Diving to his back towards the fence, Phillips comes up with it again, and Lazar gets out of it unscathed.
How about it?
It's still a 4-1 game. Reds lead the Baycats, but Rick Phillips possibly taking away a bases clearing extra base hit there.
For a Baycats team that during the playoffs lacked the consistent starts.
Line to right field. Rick Phillips is there again, and a leaping catch on the warning track to end the inning. Yet again, another fantastic defensive play from Rick Phillips in right field. Pitchers are going to love his defense out there this season for the Baycats. Driven out to center field. Kravis Bats going to go back on it, and he can't get there. Just out of his reach, it goes all the way to the fence. Orchard rounds third. He will score. Plumpton is rounding. He's going to try and score. The throw in is not in time. Plumpton scores. Ejo into third base. It's going to be a double. He'll advance on the throw. Hard. The Baycats in those clutch situations when he needs to. As that pitch is off the glove of Patrick Orr. Ejo scores. We have a tie game. 2-0 pitch to Rio. Swing and a drive. Deep to center field. Bats going back. It is off the bottom of the wall. Bats just couldn't get there. Bats throws it in all the way into third base. One hopper in there to Anthony Silveira, and it's an RBI double for Ryan Rio. Maves scores, and the Baycats have their first lead of the ball game. It's 5-4. Maves and Phillips kind of had to hold up, make sure Bats was able to make that catch if he was going to. That one's through the left side of the infield. Macabrota drives in Phillips. It's a 2-run lead now for the Baycats. Pitch. Lined up the middle and through for another base hit. Rio will score. And it's 7-4 Baycats. 2-2. Swung on and missed. That's your ball game. The Baycats, on the back of a 6-run 7th inning, steal this one from the Thornhill Reds by the final score of 7-5. Evan Souls with the save.